And joining me now is the Executive Vice President of the Trump Organization and the son of Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump Jr. How are you?
I'm doing great after that. I just want to drop mics for you. That's pretty powerful, Jeanine. I'm impressed. Wow.
Well, I have to tell you, you know that I believe in your dad. I believe in you guys. I know you, and all of my listeners know that it's not just a friendship. I believe that your father has the capacity, and I think an important word that nobody talks about is the clarity. That 100%. He understands what's going on. Okay, let's talk about where we are. Yeah. 72 hours. What does your dad have to do? Is he going to win Florida, North Carolina, Nevada, and Colorado?
Well, you know, it's interesting. The map has changed a lot in the last few days. I mean, there's a lot of states that are in play that were never supposed to be in play. I mean, we're tied up in Colorado. You know, he's going to Michigan. That hasn't gone, you know, for us in a long, long time. He's going back up to Minnesota. He's going into states, you know, so the map has changed. There are states that we no longer maybe have to win if we can pull off other
I'm going to interrupt you. Donald, we're going live to your dad. Apparently there was a ruckus. Where is he now? He's in Reno, Nevada. There was a ruckus. Did they rush him off the stage? Secret Service just rushed him off the stage. But he's back in pure Donald form. Let's listen.
To repealing the defense sequester. Right now, it doesn't sound that exciting, but it's very important. Because we're going to rebuild our badly depleted military. That means brand new modern aircraft for Naval Air Station. And you know what I'm talking. Fallon. Who's Fallon? Any? Not far from here. The Naval Air Station. We have aircraft that's 18 and 20 years old. We have aircraft much older than that. We can't even buy parts to some of our aircraft. They're so old, they don't make the parts anymore. I'm honored to have the endorsement of more than 200 top admirals and generals and 22 Medal of Honor recipients. Now see those Medal of Honor recipients?
What we're hearing now is that some people were taken out of that forum by the Secret Service, and your father was rushed off, and he's back on the stage and back to message within moments.
That's what he is. Listen.
Oh, look, there he is being rushed off. But he is safe, as you can see a moment ago, and back on the stage, back on message. All right. So, all right, your reaction to that, Donald?
Well, listen, you know, it's interesting. You see it. That's the tolerant left, right? That's the same people probably that were getting paid to go incite violence at our rallies from the Democrats. I mean, that's pretty good, you know. A lot of people will go throw some punches for $1,500, especially the crazy people that the other side was hiring. So, but that's really what we're up against. You know, if this was candidate to candidate, policy to policy, track record to track record, this would have been over a long time again. But we're up against a very corrupt, very big machine. These are power players. This is how they've gotten rich. The Clintons are worth up to $250 million. Doing what? Peddling American influence, selling out America. That's what got them there. They haven't created a job. They never built anything. They didn't do any of those things. But that's what we're up against. And so if it was a fair fight, it would have been over a long time ago. But it's not a fair fight. And I think the American people are starting to see that. We always knew. But now we're seeing it in the emails. You're seeing it in the O'Keefe tapes. You're seeing it day after day after. I mean, it never ends. It's like you're watching a movie about a banana republic, but it's actually happening here in America. And I think the American people are sick of it. You know, and honestly, that's a bipartisan problem. Both sides and the elite have
clearly
gotten us in this mess.
And you know what? Your father saw it in the primary, and he was able to bust through it. Yeah. But I think that the thing that's so disappointing is that when we actually see it in the emails, like the Democrats saying, what are we going to do? POTUS, President of the United States, said he didn't know anything about a private server. What are we going to do when he was already emailing with her? I mean, this is frightening stuff. Are you disappointed?
I'm actually, listen, it's hard not to be, all right? I'm an American. I'm a patriot. I believe in what they're doing. And we are literally running up against the most corrupt candidate in the history of the presidency. Okay? There's no, I can't even name, I can't come close to
there isn't.
The scandal after scandal, you listed them, and you're right. That wasn't even the 21st century.
Yeah, we didn't even
that was
get
just
to
the
2000.
90s and prior. You know, and so what are we saying to not only other politicians, but our children? Are we saying that kind of behavior is okay in government? You know, when the elites in Wall Street, when the elites on both sides of the political spectrum, when the media elites, when they're all up against you, guess what? You're probably doing something right.
Exactly.
It means you're fighting for the people that haven't done so well, because those guys have all done really well over the last few decades, whereas the average American hasn't had an effective pay raise in 20 years. My father's willing to take on that system. He's willing to step away from a pretty good life.
Yeah.
You've seen it. He could do whatever he wants.
He doesn't need to do this.
He doesn't need to do this. You know, and I get criticized for saying that, but he wants to do it because he wants to ensure that our kids and grandkids have the opportunity to live the American dream.
I want to get into more questions. Why is Obama so invested in Hillary winning? And I don't want to hear, oh, his legacy. No, he's already got a legacy.
Well, listen, everyone knows that they don't like each other. I mean, I can't figure it out. Presumably because they want to, impose some sort of different rule of law in America. I mean, these are not people that believe in the Constitution. These are
law and order, or the military.
You see Hillary talking about, the Supreme Court justices she wants to put in. She disagrees with the Heller decision that people could have a firearm in their home to protect themselves. That's what this is. This isn't a 4 or 8 year election. It's a 40-year election. You lose this, you lose the court, you lose all those decisions, you plant those liberal activist judges there, and you have a very different America. You have a very different America for our kids to grow up in, and it's not one that you can recover, because once that mentality and sort of that, everything, government's always there to do something, and government has to be in every aspect of your life. Look at what government's gotten us. Whether it be the Obamacare premiums going through the roof. That's no longer affordable health care, okay? Not to mention your $9,000 deductible, right? So unless you get hit by a bus, you don't have insurance, okay? But it's failed promise after failed promise. Giving $150 billion to Iran. Think of what we could have done with that. Well, think of what we could have done in the VA system with that, or in our education system with that. It's crazy.
Running out of time. Donald Trump Jr., I could tell your whole family has incredible energy.
Well, listen, we're passionate about it because we love this country and we want to see it go on the right path. There's a lot at stake here, and it's not so simple to just say, what we're hearing about. These guys have failed us time and time again. What's different about this batch?
Donald Trump Jr., thanks so much. And just to update you again, Donald